Hi FlossTube, it's Chrissy, finally a farm girl. This is episode 34. It is Sunday, February 13th, 2022, and I am so happy to be back. I feel so much better after having the flu last weekend and missing an episode with you. So welcome. Welcome back to those who join in each week. I am so very blessed by all my subscribers. And a special welcome to all my new subscribers and new Stitchy friends, because that is what I consider you all to be. It is such a, I'm sure every single FlossTuber has said it at least once, it is such a strange thing to talk to a camera and at the same time feel like you are just sitting in a room filled with your Stitchy friends. I'm not sure that that'll ever not be strange to me, but it is reality. It is exactly how it feels. So I am very happy to be sitting with you. I am a little, not low, I have 0 whips that I can share with you today. However, I have some very good show and tell. I have some fun haul. I have some great announcements, and there is good reason for me to not be able to share with you any of my whips that I have going. So I just thought we could get together and have a little conversation and go through my last couple of weeks. I had some really fun time with Philip once I felt better. So if you are new here and you are inspired and enjoy yourself, I would truly appreciate it if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. It is pretty much 95% about cross stitch, and I have had the unique pleasure on almost 2 or 3 weeks in a row now of running into one of my subscribers, Stitchy friends, when I was out and about with Philip. And that happened this week. So, you know, when that happens, I always want to make sure that I am following them on Instagram. And so when I ran into this particular subscriber in downtown Mount Dora, Florida, when I was shopping, antique shopping, and then we went out to lunch. And so it was so sweet that she came up to me and made sure, you know, are you Chrissy? And yes, and it's just so easy to talk to, even if it never feels like that person is a stranger to me, because it just ties right into what I was saying about sitting down here and staring at a screen of myself. It really isn't that. And so I encourage you, if you are in Florida and you're out and about, don't hesitate to stop me and say hi. There's a good likelihood that you'll see me with no makeup and you know, not looking all very well put together, but that's just life and that's being authentic. So anyways, let's get started. I have still quite a bit to share with you, but the first reason that I have no whips to share is that during the week before I had the flu, right after my last FlossTube, if you recall, at the stitch and greet, or meet and greet, sorry, that's funny, at the meet and greet at Brick City Cross Stitch, which is my local needle shop, I met Marty of Carriage House Samplings, Marty Barrick of Carriage House Samplings. Her sister's Kathy Barrick. Her niece is Liz from who does her own designs. Hello, Liz Matthews. So obviously they are a very talented family and very sweet family if you know any of them and follow them. So she had asked if I would be willing to do a model stitch for her. And it was not huge by any means. It wasn't ornament size, but I was honored that she would ask me to do that. And so I had just enough time to squeeze in a model stitch. Obviously for her, this is for Carriage House Samplings for Market in Nashville coming up on March, I think it's 3rd through the 4th. So I was very honored to be part of that with her, and I'll be excited for you to see that release when it comes out. And I had just enough time to get that done, and I did not expect that I was going to get the flu. So it did cause me to lose a full day. By the following night, I was able to get some stitches in, and then I had to finish. So from, I think it was almost 7 days that I stitched it and finished it. So it's kind of I think that's just one of those things where it's like I've always admired her work. So it was truly so nice that I could do a model stitch for Marty, and it just worked out really well because she now lives in Mount Dora and lives local to where I am. So anyways, how cool, right? To have someone that you've admired their work for so long, and then the next, all of a sudden you live in the same county and you are asked to stitch. So again, it was more my honor than it was, helping her out or anything like that. So that was exciting, and that took up a full week of stitching. And then after that, I got right back on my third part of what I want to talk about next, and that is for Twin Peak Primitives. So Twin Peak Primitives, first of all, this week, everybody has been glued to Instagram or Facebook or to your actual local needle shop, wherever you're watching the releases that are coming out for Nashville market. I mean, it is just like one of the most exciting things for stitchers and designers, I think. I'm truly, that is a bucket list thing for me, is one day would love to be able to go to Nashville and in some capacity. So anyways, this week, the Twin Peak Primitives, went ahead and shared that although they are not attending Nashville Market this year, they, still to be safe due to COVID and all sorts of things, they are not attending Market. However, they have a exclusive release for Market. And this is something I stitched, and it was finished by last December. So anyways, I have their permission and blessing to share with you, since they have released it. Let me get my stuff out of the way. The actual FFO of Lady Liberty. I am going to tell you that I absolutely love not only the design, because I love everything historic and patriotic, but I also love how the finish came together. I knew from the beginning that this was going to be a trilogy. So the very first, and to me the most special part of it, is a Nashville Market release, and then the other two will be released a little bit after Market, and that will be the American Trilogy. So this is my FFO of Lady Liberty. Now, I have shared many times that how much I love history. I don't proclaim to be a history teacher, but I do love bringing the pieces of history that I think are most significant to life in stitch form. So this is just absolutely one of those that, if you look at some of the uniqueness, one, I think they did an incredible job capturing the Statue of Liberty with the colors that they used. This is 100% DMC. There is one DMC dyed floss in the flag right there. I wanted that flag to have some movement to it, and the DMC 115 did just that. So I absolutely love it. I really love how Nerdan, hold on one second, this one is heavy. I love how, although when Lady Liberty was first here, or first, brought over from France, these buildings were not there, but she was able to put in the background a shadow of what you would see today, which to me is a beautiful stitch for the remembrance of 9/11 as well. So she didn't make them predominant, which I think is perfect, because to me, I would want to stitch this Historically, back to the year that it came over, I believe it came over 100. She came over 100 years over. Originally, it was a gift from France to America, but originally it was linked at first to Abraham Lincoln, and the Declaration of Independence. So we weren't. If you stitch this, and I hope that you will, if you do a little bit of YouTube searching for the history of Lady Liberty, the Statue of Liberty, it is really unique to watch while you're stitching, because we were told that this was going to be a gift, America was, and we weren't ready for it when it was done. We did not have the land and things like that picked out. So she came over in pieces at first and was on display first before we were ready. But I also felt, and I just love that Nerdan incorporated the boats that were coming, because I also feel like it's just this coming to America, and that we were open to helping those achieve a new life that they so desperately wanted. So this is her, and she says, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free." Oops, that's my ring light. Sorry about that. So that is her. The frame I picked is from Hobby Lobby. I love this. I felt like, because there was, maybe with the DMC, I felt like she could handle, because she's more plain, subdued. I mean, she captures every detail of her, but I felt it could handle the detail in this frame. And in each one of these, as you see them revealed, you will see that I have framed the trilogy in the same frame, same mat, but each one uniquely will have a different color right here that looks good with them. So this is so special to me. And again, it was another honor to, hey, cat, stop that off. Whoa, hold on a minute. Okay, I'm back. I still use my ironing table as a table. I am getting a little more organized when it comes to my FlossTube station, whatever you want to call it. I now have two spool cabinets in here. There's the one right there. And then I have one that's directly in front of me that I've shared, a picture with. I've got each of the drawers now getting quite organized, and I love that. I need a little something that goes to the right of my FlossTube station that's old, that I can use, that's about half the size, to be able to prop up the tablet and still create some storage. And then I have something to share a little bit later, because I got an early Valentine's present, and it is another spool cabinet, and it is doing FlossTube. One, I never need any excuse to buy anything sewing related, but I have a pretty large kitchen, and I'm not a huge cook, or I should say cabinet area. So we were noticing we were constantly having our junk. We have a junk drawer, everybody does, I think. But we had this place we would always land things, because I hadn't put anything decor-wise there. And it kind of just sits empty. And it was the perfect spot to put a countertop thread cabinet. And I came across it on Facebook Marketplace. It's got the slanted top. And if you've watched Brenda and Laura, Brenda, and if you've watched her her tour that she does in the basement, you will see she has a slanted spool box, and you can open it and it just gives you storage on top, and I love that. So that became like my mail area. So the top that opens, which I'll try and show you in a video, I can put I have a hard time with having a place to put envelopes and things like that for shipping out my giveaways. And so this worked out really well, because the top portion holds my envelopes, holds my giveaways, what I have left to send out, and then it has 4 drawers, and I created special drawers just for my antique reproduction sampler patterns. So Hands Across the Sea has their own drawer now. And I like that. I like that they are it gave my stitchy cupboard more room too. So I did enjoy some of that. I love getting organized. It just feels so good to me. So anyways, okay. So that was the FFO for Twin Peaks Lady Liberty. I hope you love her as much as I do. If you are interested in her from market, all you need to do is let your local needle shop know, so that they can make sure that that's part of what they grab from at market. And it's as simple as that. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd be glad to help you. Reach out to the twins. They'd be glad to help you if you want to know how to get it. I know they had other big news this week, and they're doing now they can do some shipping of kits from over in the Netherlands. So lots of fun things for them. Now, after I finished the model for Carriage House Samplings, then I am on the last of the trilogy for the twins. So I will be finished with that soon. The frame has been ordered, and I believe that they will give you a sneak peek at sometime soon. The other one is already done. So I'm very close to those that entire set being stitched and framed. So anyways, that's exciting. Okay. Now, the giveaway this past week, I might as well just finish for the twins. They graciously donated Love is Sometimes Blue. So I just want to say that once the winner reaches out for this, then I will put all of everybody that I owe the FlossTube giveaway. It will all get mailed out at the same time. I picked up the envelopes. I'm sorry, the flu kind of put a little delay in the last couple that I had. Those were both Fat Quarter Shop donations. But this is the most recent kit, and I think the very first one of 2022 from Twin Peak Primitives. Love is Sometimes Blue, and this is the giveaway for this week, and I will put the winner at the end. Unfortunately, Philip was not perfect this morning. He's doing good, but this is usually, I always give it till the morning that I do my FlossTube, so that as many people can get, have a chance at winning this. So what I'll do is the winner will be announced at the end of the video, and because Randy just didn't have a time to print it out for me. So we will use the YouTube random generator picker, and you will find it at the end of the video for the winner. But this is what you will receive, an entire kit. Okay, now let's see. Let me get back to my announcements. I have been using this for, my mom made this. It was actually a book that she used to keep all her information on, one of her rug hooking. It was for stacked animals. And I just thought, well, this works out really good for notes because I think I need them. Okay, so after the flu, I think if you have been following for a little bit, you will know that this is the weekend coming up that I do Run Disney, that I decided for some reason that I wanted to do join in with Run Disney and go ahead and do a marathon. So it's 13.1 miles. I'm going to do it with my sister, who has done way more of this than I have. She does trails. I mean, yesterday she did 10 miles on a trail. I'm not there yet. As a matter of fact, a few of my friends know that last night it was going to get dark before I could get 6 miles in walking just on sidewalks. So I decided, okay, we have 3 gyms in our where we live, and there's one close. So I thought, okay, Randy and I ran out yesterday. We did a few things, and then I said, okay, I'm just going to go try the workout room. And I will get on the treadmill and I will get just something in, because I did walk 4 miles with Philip, pushing him. He'll sit in the wheelchair and I'll walk. We did walk to my dad and back one of the days this week when I was feeling good. So I was, happy for that. But I was feeling a little behind because I lost the entire weekend to prepare for this marathon the weekend that I had the flu. So I went ahead, got ready, took the car, went up to the workout room, got on the treadmill, could not get it to go past a particular number. And I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. So I was going to slow it down, jump to the sides and shut the machine off and start over because I had picked one button. It doesn't matter, but either way, I am probably not your most graceful person in the world. So when I decided it was slow enough to jump to the sides, it did not work, and it was not slow enough. And this person literally fell, tumbled all the way down, freaked the woman out next to me, who luckily came to my rescue and helped me, set it. Well, one, I got up, I was fine, but I have some pretty good skinned knees and skinned elbows. But the good news is I did not cry. I did not say, no thanks, I'll pass, I'll go home and eat chocolate licorice. I got back up, told her what my issue was, and she got me started, told me what she usually does on the machine, and I got going again. So I did not stay an hour. I did a half hour on the treadmill, was very glad that I did, but about a half hour in, my knees were burning pretty badly from the road rash, so I came home. But anyways, these are just simple things to, as crazy as they are, I share real life, and I could have very easily given up. That would have been me in the past. I could have said, yeah, this is no way, not happening. And I was really proud of myself that I didn't. I was really glad that I wiped the blood off my elbow and just literally got back up on it. And like I said, these are the small changes that you do personally that I think you're most proud of, because you know yourself. You know what you would typically do, and I typically would have said, this ain't worth it. I'm going home, I'm gonna get licorice, I'm gonna stitch. Enough said. But I didn't, and I'm glad that I didn't. So progress is progress no matter what, because just like in cross stitch, every stitch counts. Right? So anyways, okay, so my sister gets here. She gets here this coming week. She has our t-shirts for Run Disney. I am Snow White. She is Belle. We will share pictures, and we will be doing our Run Disney Marathon this coming Saturday. And then my sister has graciously agreed to join me for a FlossTube on Sunday, which I think is going to be fantastic. You will get to see us side by side. But anyways, I'm really looking forward to the time that I have with her and with my dad. And so that being said, that is what's coming next weekend. We will have a special guest, and that will be my sister Jennifer. And we'll probably have many good laughs to share with you after doing our 13 miles in our light up tutus. And we will have pictures to share. I'm not sure if she's bringing some stitching with her, but either way, I will certainly have some whips that I can share and some progress outside of my model stitching for you. So that'll be fun. Now, I did want to, while I'm talking about family and special events and this, marathon, health quest, things like that, I did want to share, I always share things that, my family's doing. My sister's oldest daughter, her name is Haley, and they call her Haley Bug. So it seems like we all just kind of call her Haley Bug. But anyways, she is for quite a while, she was a 911 dispatcher. And now she is, I believe, a special coordinator. I'm going to share a picture at the end. This is her last Halloween, and I had an announcement I wanted to make on her behalf because, as you all know, my son, Philip, who will turn 22 this year, has special needs. And we used to do, through school, I worked at school for a bit, when all came to play and he was diagnosed and I knew he was going to be at school, and I wanted to be there. The best thing I could do was to become a paraprofessional and work with other kids with special needs. So I did that for a good long while, and I loved it. And through school, we could do the Special Olympics event every year. Well, unfortunately, as much as I, as a parent, wanted Philip to enjoy this day, he did not. He was horrified. The bus ride was stressful to him, even though I was right with him. Everything was good, and he was out on the track, and literally they actually do, in our county, they shot the gun off for the start. That was enough for him to be mortified for forever. Let me just move something here for a second. So, I felt so awful. I felt so awful for him that was something that I thought he would be able to participate in, and the sound alone, that didn't work for him. And so there is no way ever I would push him to do something he wasn't comfortable doing. However, Special Olympics has always been near and dear. I have a nephew who on Randy's side, who has shared many, many events that he has done for the Special Olympics. So I'm going to jump forward and share that Haley has shared with me that through her county, where she works at the sheriff's at the sheriff's department, is doing the polar plunge on behalf of Special Olympics. So I wanted to read what she shared on her information, and then I'm going to share a link at the end if perchance you were interested in sponsoring. So let me put my glasses on. And let me share, because it's really kind of a unique story, and I love. So obviously this is the polar plunge, which I'm telling you what, I'm really so proud that she's actually willing to do that part of it. I'd rather run a marathon than jump in plunge water. But anyways, it is Saturday, February 19th. That is when we do our run. It's taking place in Acworth, Georgia, at the Acworth Beach. Last year, they raised $7,600 for the Special Olympics of Georgia doing the polar plunge. Teams from all over Georgia come together for this great cause, and there's even a costume contest for the event, which now I love that. If my followers came up with a theme, then she will dress the part for next Saturday and send a picture for me to post on FlossTube. Now see, that chokes me up, because my sister will be here. We could share it together. So I encourage you all, even if it's not something that you feel like you can donate or anything on her behalf, I encourage you to share what costume you would like her to wear. I would love that. So anyways, she said that so far, this year, Roswell Police Department, which is where she works, has raised $2,400. She works for the Roswell Police Department in their 911 Emergency Communications Department as a training coordinator. Now, I have an adorable picture of her, and I will insert that picture right here. And again, what I will do is, there's obviously no, it's whatever you feel like. If that's something that is near and dear to your heart and you would like to sponsor in any way, shape, form, the link will be at the end of this video. But I am beyond proud, because I know you don't know Haley, but if you've watched Haley with Philip throughout his lifetime, whenever we can be together, it's kind of a real special thing to watch when you see somebody that is very comfortable with someone with special needs, and that means everything to me, because when we can visit and do visit, it's just a nice connection, and I cherish that in the two of them. And she is my first niece, so anyways, I'm incredibly proud. So moving on, and I hope that in the comments you will give her some ideas for what to wear as in the costume, because I think that would be fantastic. If I'm wearing a tutu to do this, my sister's like so much thinner than me. I'm just saying, guys, if I'm wearing a tutu, I really think you should help her come up with a costume, and we need to hold her to her offer. So, okay, that announcement. Okay, let's see here. Another announcement. Okay, back to market. back to market. Becca of Sambry Stitches and myself and Linda, Stitchy Linda, are going to do a special edition FlossTube at the end of February. And it is going to be a review of the patterns for market. Now, the fun part is that Linda, if you follow her on Instagram, is Stitchy Linda. And she is the social media coordinator for my local needle shop, Brick City. So she does a tremendous job, and that's why I'm so thankful that you all helped with getting her over 3,000 followers on Instagram, because she has earned that. And she's that behind the scenes person that is making sure that she's getting these pictures out there of all these new patterns. So anyways, she's going to have her part of this special edition FlossTube is going to be from the shop's perspective, their top sales, the top patterns, and the feedback from a shop. And then both Becca and I are going to have our favorites under topics that we pick as we see the patterns come out, and kind of work through it that way. So we would have it from a Stitcher's version and a shop's version. So I hope you're excited about that. Stay tuned. Make sure that you have your notifications on. It's the little bell on YouTube, and we will get some further information for you down the line. But I'm excited. So that's going to be a 3-way. I think I've learned my lesson, though. Instead of using my tablet when I do this with Becca, I need to use my Mac laptop, because last time when I did the Christmas one, I did freeze up off and on. So anyways, we're going to work through that glitch, and I'm excited to get the 3 of us together, and that'll be so fun. Okay, so let's see. I wanted to share, I was going through some stuff, and we have talked before about all different kinds of embroidery, all different kind of specialty stitches, but I wanted to share with you silk ribbon embroidery that my grandmother did. I've shared with you crazy quilting that she has done, some of the history of crazy quilting in past, but she also got very heavy into the silk ribbon embroidery. That kind of came after, because there was a lot of that in your crazy quilts. So I wanted to share, hold on one second here, that this was a block that I found. And over here, this is actually like a silk type fabric, but I'll get you a close up. See if I can get the lighting good. But this is her silk embroidery. And I never really got into this. This is not the easiest thing in the world to do when you are pulling a piece of silk ribbon through fabric. And this is some pretty heavy duty fabric. Obviously she was going a little bit for the Victorian theme, but I love the trims and the buttons, and she just did beautiful, beautiful work. This is why I love French knots. I had a good teacher, a really good teacher. But look how pretty. And this is just a small piece, and I'm not sure what she was going for. This one, she cut the lace and stitched around. So, I mean, it was just so fun. And there's her name. And it's stitched. So it's Jenny Beekman, 96. She stitched this in 96. Now, my grandmother lived to be 94. And I also wanted to share this today because today's her birthday. Now, it's a heavenly birthday, but at least I can say I know that her and Mom are probably doing some sort of stitching thing together today. And then, so I want to figure out what I can make this in. It screams pillow to me, but at the same time, I worry about the details in the buttons. So maybe I'll just lay it in a case. I'm not sure. But I would like to get this finished. You can see the back is backed with muslin. So I just have to figure this out. But it's really, really quite pretty. But I do think it needs to be preserved. I found it in a baggie. Anyways, and then she had this, which she's not finished, but the highlight, the blue highlighters you can use, She had traced some on and it's still showing, but this is really, really quite pretty. But here's some more. Let me put it this way so you can see it with the light. There we go. Okay, so this I know she was doing like a sampler. And boy, my lighting is bad. There you go. So again, this is your silk ribbon embroidery, and you can see a little bit in these blocks where some of that blue is showing through. So I had some ideas, and because you really can't see what she was going to put in there anymore. So there's obviously no rhyme or reason to some of where she was working or not. So my only idea was possibly putting initials in, possibly seeing how many blocks I have and seeing how many family members that I could add with initials. What do you think? Yes? No? But somehow to get a finish out of this and preserve it. This one is phenomenal. You can't see it there, but this is her work on that back. Can you see the basket where she wove it? And this is so pretty. But see how you can see this one, you can see better. I love the red one. So if there were 4 together, I would have probably tried to make a pillow out of something like that. But, and look at this. This is just so good. Those are French knots. Let me see. It's such a dark purple. Not sure you can see that right there. But the grapes. So good, so good. So, anyways, if you have any thoughts, let me know. If not, there's plenty of stuff to finish here. I just feel like it looks empty, and I absolutely love to embroider letters and things like that, so I could pull off maybe dates and things. It's just a thought. So let me know what you think. Those were the 2 pieces that were literally in a plastic baggie, and also this very sweet, I don't know that she made this. I don't have any information, but I thought it was quite cute, but a needle book. So, anyways, I will keep that with my mom's needle books, and it was really nice. So, okay, so that's a little show and tell of your silk ribbon. Okay, now, I thought, give me one second to get a drink. So after I had the floop, which in our family we call it the floop for some reason. One of the kids when they were little called it, I had the floop. So anyways, it's a joke, and it stuck. So show and tell. Philip and I got out, and I still wanted to take it easy. So we did our typical Wildwood Antique Mall, and we did traditions, and I shared it all over Instagram, and there's nothing that I like doing better than stitching, but going antiquing. And so this was the first thing I found. I have been looking for something to keep my needle minders on. Now I stitch in hand, and I don't often use needle minders, but I love them just the same. I have had them when I used Q-snaps, and I love getting them as gifts. And sometimes you get them with a kit, and you just never know. There could be a time where I actually, need one. Sometimes I get them if they're really light. I can still put them on my linen, and it doesn't bother, and I have a place to keep my needle. So I was trying to find something decorative for my stitchy area to put my collection. I had them on my lamp right there on my daylight, but every time my dog jumps up to cuddle with me when I'm stitching, her tail goes crazy and knocks them off. So that was not working very well for me. So Philip and I came across this. Now it's about as vintage as you can get because it's got the ducks, the hammered in, ducks. But their idea was to use them for recipes, whatever. But what I thought was how wonderful to just fill this up with my needle binders, which a lot of my needle binders are in the case because I always, if they were part of a kit, I always kept them together. So I have more, but I've never had a lot. And so now I'm kind of excited because I have a place that I can put them. So anyways, it was real cute. Old, perfect. I'm gonna hang it up right here next to my stitchy nook so that I can keep adding to my collection. So that's what I got so far. It doesn't look like very many. So I'll take off the recipes and just, but I wanted to show you that, you know, that's a complete, not upcycle, up whatever, but I loved it when I saw it. And, you know, you're talking dollars, you know, for something like that. So it was so fun. Okay, then on the same outing, I found, a second here, I have been wanting, okay, so over there by that thread cabinet, there's a gap. It's where I sit, right on that end of the couch. And I needed a place to, my books were just laying there, my planners and things like that. So I thought maybe a good idea would be to find something that would fit in there. And I love when I see people use the old sewing drawers. So again, I found this relatively cheap and I think it's in phenomenal shape. And at the same booth, I found this little Holly Hobby. Now, everybody knows Vanna, the Twisted Stitcher, and her wonderful, if you don't follow her, you need to. She's on Instagram, and she has her own FlossTube, and she shares tutorials, and I really want to just binge watch her one day, all day, and learn more for finishing. But anyways, she has a real love for Holly Hobbies, and it just brought back such good memories. So this booth had her. She was like $5, and I just sit her in here for right now. And then this is where I'm keeping my Bee in My Bonnet Fat Quarter Shop planner for this year. And I also have another planner that I use in the back. My daughter gave it to me for Christmas. And I put more this is smaller. It keeps track of my whips and the things I do and my goals and my health goals. This one has a little bit more writing room for me, and I keep track of who I watched on FlossTube. And just like FlossTube ideas, things like, you know, what I did, so that I can keep track throughout the week. So anyways, this was another find, and probably, you know, I mean, seriously, I think it was like $15. So I was really excited because it fits right next to that floss cabinet. Now, I had an idea. I totally forgot that I actually, one day, Philip found this, probably 5 years ago. And I shared with Vanna. I had to send her my little Holly Hobby. And I shared with her, I'm like, I was looking over and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had a Holly Hobby sewing machine, a little kid's sewing machine. Now it's plastic. I love collecting my other ones. My antique child sewing machine that were the samples that the salesman would take. But this is super sweet. And I am going to send this to Vanna. So I'm going to ask her for her address. I want her to have this because I know she would be much happier with it than it sitting in a cabinet with me. I would love for her to be able to put it with her dolls that her husband got her for Christmas. If you didn't catch that story, you need to. It was really, really quite sweet. So I'm going to tag her, and Miss Vanna, this is coming your way. I hope that you will accept it. And it's still everything. The needle is still in there. And the foot presser goes up. There is no plug, but I have a feeling you could maybe find one. But anyways, don't you think? I mean, Vanna deserves this wholeheartedly. So I'm going to get her address and get that one shipped out. But since I have my little Holly Hobby, I wanted to share this with you and make sure that y'all are following her. She's super sweet and very generous to do every one of her tutorials for free. So you just... you know, that's just a gift that keeps on giving. So anyways, all right, now moving on. Today is the 13th. That means it is Halloween stitching for me. Dark October stitching, yay. Because I am going to go ahead and give myself that break. I'm going to put my model down for tonight. Maybe not today, but I am going to work on Twin Peak Primitives Haunted House Sampler Sale. So I'm excited. I will show you my progress. I've shared it before. The last time that we did on January 13th, I did the whole door. That was my goal. So my goal this time is, let me get the picture out for you. I guess I could just show you the case, but let me get this out. Okay, this is the pattern. And yes, you can still get this. I like on this, when you only have like the one day, I like to have it where I have a section I know I can get the goal on. So I'm either feeling like I want to go to the other side of the door and get this ghost in, since I've got the door up to here, so I can start working on the roof, or come back and I've stitched the other ghost and get this planter up there. Which one did I, what do I got? I have this one. I can either accomplish this. So anyways, I'm not sure which direction I'm going in, but I'm excited to have some time, you know, working on that, because I really, really, really want that for Halloween this year. And we're already in February. We're already halfway through February. Oh, hey, look. This was the needle minder that came with the kit. Super cute vintage witchy. I'm gonna put that on there right now. Okay, so that is my plans. If we're going to talk about plans, and then I'll end with haul. My plans are, I give myself 24 hours of Halloween stitching no matter what. I really want to stitch on the Haunted House Sampler Sale. And then I do have homework. I do have homework from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And I did work on it a little bit, but I have more to go for this month's progress, because so far all I've gotten done are the 2 mushrooms and 2 pumpkins. So I have 1 more pumpkin to go, then put the stalks on. And then I have the release that the section that came out on this sale, which is Garden Grow Sale. There's still time to do this if you want to. But the homework came out was there's also a watering can. So my week this week has to include a finish, because I don't wanna put it off too much longer. It's a really, really pretty blue. This is for my granddaughter Aria. Her 4th birthday will be in May. So anyways, it's a wonderful kit. Everything comes completely so easy for you to work with. So anyways, I'm excited. And of course I love my needle minder, because he's just ridiculously cute. So anyways, I have homework to do on that, and it's not a hard thing to do. It's just, you know, I tend to get squirreled. I get sidetracked into something else. So there's that. Now, Twin Peak Primitives put out a patriotic ornament book. It was phenomenal. And I'm all about patriotic, so of course I got it. And I went ahead, Becca and I decided, because she loves patriotic as well, we decided that we would do a sale and just let it go all year, and it's called the TPP Ornament Sale. And we had some funny comments on the name of the sale, but it sticks because it makes you laugh. So anyways, you put the letters together, you figure it out. But either way, we're doing it with Stitching with the Sisterlies and Becca of Sambry Stitches and myself. TPP Ornament Sale. At Christmas, they put out an ornament book, and now they have a patriotic stitching book. So you can stitch whatever you want. And so I did get a start, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna fold this back so you can see it. I wanted to do, it's called Call the Drums, because I want to, I know this sounds silly or looks silly. I hope you can see this. just USA, a flag that's dropping, and the drum. Okay, so I knew I had a lot of model stitching to do, but I wanted to have something small, and I pulled out a piece of old fabric that my mom had. It looked like it was going to be a really good match. It was flax, and part of it just looked weird, and I thought I could see the holes. I don't know what it was. I'm not quite sure what kind of fabric this was, but either way, after I really worked hard on trying to get this going, and I did show a progress picture on Instagram, I threw it away. It was so hard to see. It really was making it not a joy to stitch. And so I only had this much done, the upper part of the flag. I went to start the drum. It was really concerning that these stitches were not going to line up. And like I said, it was something from my mom's stash, so I am not confident even what kind of fabric it was. So the best thing for me to do is realize I will never stitch on that again, and I dumped it. So I don't have anything to show you on that, but I absolutely love the book. And if you check out Stitching with the Sisterlies, she on Instagram, she shares her finish. It's so fantastic. So anyways, and Becca, I think, is close. She's doing the one with the eagle. Really gorgeous. Bigger than she thought, but gorgeous. So anyways, that's where that stands. I will hopefully have more to show you because I'm really interested to get some Patriotic Smalls started. Okay, so now I have Happy Mail and haul. And then, oops, sorry, that was my chair. Gosh, I hope you guys had a good 2 weeks. I really did. I got the sweetest Happy Mail from, I call her Emily, I think it's Amelia. But anyways, she does knitting project bags on Etsy. She's on Instagram as well, and I will link her shop below. But she did the cutest little mice cross-stitch bags, and y'all know how I feel about mice. I don't like them in my house, but I love the cuteness of them, you know, Christmas and everything else. So anyways, but her name of her shop is Milas Sweet Makes, MILASSWEETMAKES, and I'll put the link below. But she gifted me this adorable project bag with these little mice, and I love it. And the inside, it's got a zipper top, has adorable strawberries. Oh, maybe they're raspberries, yeah. No, strawberries and, well, they're strawberries and raspberries, I don't know. But they are adorable. And she sent me some cute hot pink floss drops to go with the strawberries on there. She sent a cute little adorable card, and comes with this little kneadable. I mean, how cute is this? Good snaps, adorable. It's got little extra buttons up here. Your needle book. Oopsie, sorry. Jeez, see, get it together. How did you like the blooper reel my husband did for the opening of the last FlossTube? He got a kick out of that, a real kick. Anyways, so cute. I loved your comments on that. But anyway, so thank you so much. It's really cute. You need to check out her shop. She does beautiful knitting, absolutely beautiful knitting. And if you follow Anna, it's like I say it, Calada, C-A-L-A-D. If you follow Anna, that's her sister. This is her sister. She's beautiful knitting. So anyways, and it came with, just so you know, as far as bags go, like this is a hardcore tag here you can put something on, and it has a spot to hook your scissors or floss, whatever you want to put a hook on. Really, really like it. So thankful. Let me put this aside here. Okay. When I was out, do I have any new? Okay. Kind of the rest is, haul is mixed in with some happy meal, but anyways, yeah, I think the rest is haul. I came across when I ran into Stitchy Friend and at the Mount Dora Antique Mall, Philip found something. He was so excited. And I really hadn't seen anything. And then all of a sudden I rounded the corner and I found myself a prairie schooler stitched up. So I rescued him. And I think it's just perfect. And it's already got the muslin on the back. So I don't know quite how I'll finish him. He's a little bit bigger. He's a little bit bigger in size, but I love him so much. So I found like that was a really good score. Anyways, then I was sent some very nice happy mail from Stitching with the Sisterlies. Make sure you give them a follow. I love these two sisters. Stitching with the Sisterlies shared, we both love Lincoln. So she shared with me this pattern that after her, she had just finished it up. So this is the Great American Cross Stitch Collection by Country Count, and it is Presidents in Profile. So, and I just love this. I love this. So it says, as I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. Anyways, I'm excited. So, and how cute are they? Seriously, these two. If they don't make you laugh, I don't know what will. And let me just say my favorite floss tube this week. Yes, I forgot how much the flu is just, you don't care about anything. I didn't care about my phone. I didn't care about FlossTube. I didn't care about watching FlossTube. I just didn't want to ache anymore. But when I felt better the next day, the best thing I watched was Laura and Brenda, like live with a studio audience at Arizona at the Attic. And Jean was there, and it just was, oh, it was just such a blessing. I mean, it was so perfect because it kept my mind off the aches. And so thank you, Brenda and Laura, and thank you for the eye candy, and thank you, Attic, for having them. I'm sure that they were on a high of all highs, and the friends that came up and, you know, fellow stitchers that were able to share their work, which was phenomenal to see. So that was the one that I just was so glad came on when I wasn't feeling good. So there's that I'm excited to stitch. And then, let me see, that doesn't go with that. Okay, this was new. This was when I went up to Brick City Cross Stitch. I forgot to share, I only could share so much last time, but I forgot to share that I had picked up Blackberry Lane Designs at Home for Christmas. I'm gonna take it out for you. It's a mouse, and he's so cute. I don't know when I'll stitch him, but it's small. Let me see if I can, there you go. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. It's dreary out. I think it's gonna rain. He's so cute. So, I haven't looked into too much of the details, but it's by Blackberry Lane Designs. The designer's Marie Driscoll. And let me see if I can at least tell you, in case you're a mouse person like me, I think it's full coverage, but you know what, maybe we can fix that. It was stitched on 32 count Woodland Belfast by Picture This Plus. It was stitched entirely 2/2. I was trying to give you a design size, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's on this page. Yeah, 67 by 65, so not huge. And there's quite a few DMC, but no big deal about that. But I just thought it was so sweet. And so then I picked up, okay, when I was there for the meet and greet, I watched Chris Leedy, who is the one that made me that personalized project bag as a gift for the meet and greet. And she had picked up this fabric that was gorgeous. And it is Cyprium by Picture This Plus. And I fell in love with it. So I grabbed some of that. It's a little bit on the darker side, but oh, do I like it. So pretty. Now this is 28 count, but I got myself a nice chunk. And I feel like that would be fantastic for a red work, just anything. I just think that's so pretty. That's Cyprium by Picture This Plus. Some great modeling in there. And then this was just a little scrap of, I love their sampler gold. It was the last on the bolt. And so I just grabbed a little piece of the sampler gold. Okay, eBay. Well, I always love some good Halloween ones, and I thought this was really cute, not super huge, and it's called Halloween Resurrection by Lone Elm Lane. So, love it. Love the skeleton guy walking the skeleton dogs, the skeletons coming out of the grounds, and I love the fabric. And then they have it displayed on a shaker box, which I think would be awesome. So, loved that. Okay, and then Midnight Stitchers Society, me and Linda, before she went to a retreat. It was their very first one. You'll want to check that out with her where she went. While she was, right before she left, we were chatting late at night, and I really want to make sure I try a berry in 2022. I would like to stitch a berry. Erica Michaels berries, Bristol berries. So I found this one, and this was perfect. I'm trying to get your glare out of there. Saint Nick's Berry by Erica Michaels. And I think he's going to be adorable in a display. So we both jumped on him. And while I was there, because I bought this from Down Sunshine Lane, they're out of Georgia, South Carolina. They have very quick shipping. Absolutely cannot wait to get him stitched. So that was him, but no, I don't really always follow the whole no two charts travel alone. But in this situation, I checked on what she had, and I have wanted to try a Just Nan mouse. So this is the gingerbread reindeer mouse. And let me see. There you go. It came with the attachments. And I thought it was cute. Now maybe I could use that gold, sampler gold for him. Maybe we'll see. But I am, I'm ready. This is the back of that Erica Michaels berry one. That finish is really, really cute up here. I love that. So anyways, I was very excited. That was from Down Sunshine Lane. They have a great web page. I will say that it's very user friendly. Okay, eBay, back to eBay. Fun, you know me and Lizzie Kate, fun little kit. Now remember, this is 2 weeks worth. And when I was sick and didn't feel like stitching, I could occasionally check out eBay. So this was from 2007, special edition Christmas kit. Made a nice offer and made it super easy because it has everything. And I love it when I can get it like that. So I thought whether I break it apart, let me take it out. Oh, well, it's sealed. Let's see if I can get it where there's no glare for me. I didn't even care if I did it as a whole. I love these little small things when they stitch up. So even if I did it for just those, I was really, really happy to have, an older kit, because I don't think Lizzie Kate stuff goes pretty much out of style. So I was happy about that. Add that to my Lizzie Kate collection. Okay. One of the, I have, if you are talking Carriage House samplings, she's the designer of Hawk Run Hollow. And I think that they are phenomenal. I love them, and I only have one, and that was Halloween at Hawk Run. And now I just thought it would be nice to, commemorate working for them. So I have now Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. I'm really, really excited about this one. really excited. And I know that right now there's quite a few that are working on this one. Christy at Christy at Crosshatch Quilts is working on it. I think Olivia at Pumpkin Hollow is shared hers. I did watch her FlossTube. So anyways, I can put a link down below for hers. I love this. So, very fun. So now I have two. I would like to get the farms at Hawkron Hollow, just because we had the farm. And this was our farm, Seventh Heaven Farm. This was the shirt we had made up for it. This is Laverne. Let's see if I can get it up here. That's Laverne, like our therapy chicken. This is Pumpkin. This is Hershey. And so anyways, it was Seventh Heaven Farm. It was 7 acres, and it was our little piece of heaven, and we had 7 in our family, so it worked out really nice. Okay, I had a, hold on one second here. Since I'm going to start doing the patriotic ornaments in smalls, I've never ordered any Lady Dot Creates, so I went ahead and picked what I thought would be 3 of their good Rick Racks to trim my smalls in. So if I turn them, this is what I got. This is called Mother Love. It's the gold that I picked. Or maybe a beige. I mean, I guess I could go a little darker, but I really liked these. The blue I picked was Storm Blue. And the red I picked was Sizzle. So this is the first time I've ordered Rick Racks specifically for finishing. And I'm really excited because in my mind, if you know some of it, doesn't matter if it's the Patriotic Smalls or if it's the Brenda Gervais Schoolhouse Lessons, I just thought it would be nice if I even if I'm using different fabric, I can stick with the red, white, and blue primitive colors of the Rick Rack for my edging. So when they're laying in the bowl, all of this will be kind of a constant. Anyways, so that was that. I was given a really nice gift from, I had a nice stitchy night one night before I got sick with my friend Jennifer after the one who has pumpkin, and I shared those pictures. She gifted me a needle minder, and it is gorgeous. The details are gorgeous. So this is from Mini Minders at the Badge Shack. It is in UK, but boy, I'm trying to get in the light. Look at that right there. So pretty. So pretty. So she saw the necklace that Philip had gotten for me. And so anyway, so now I can actually put it on my thing and then have a project for spring that I use it on. Okay, and the last thing I got was, I just got some scissors and I ordered them from Amazon. It just seems like I never have enough no matter what. So they're not terribly expensive, but they did come in a nice box. I don't really need the little thing that came with it, but it did have a thimble. And they are nice and wider base. So I like right here. And I don't think it's real bad sometimes to actually have a thimble near you, but I don't like to use my antique thimbles, you know, or my mom's. So anyways, that is it. Let me check my notes, but I think we did it all. And although I'm sorry that where's my book go? Here it is, 1 second. Just make sure we got it all. Yep. So like I said, you know, I wish that I had had more whips to share with you. I think that we all look forward to that, but at the same time, I still had a good chunk to share, and that's just how life rolls sometimes. And So sometimes I will have, you know, some really good FFOs, because even though I feel like I see people doing finishes all the time, I am getting things done. They just aren't always one that I can show until the time is right. And I was so happy to finally reveal to you Lady Liberty, and I just love the history that goes with it, and all of the ones that we do. And I am so excited to get going. After the third in the trilogy, then I have another one that you know, I'll be able to give you some sneak peeks. I have a couple more that I will be doing. One, I can share progress as I go, but I knew myself. Do not start it until you get your models done that have deadlines. So that's what I did. And other than that, guys, I'm gonna go for my walk. I'm gonna make sure I get some miles in today. I'm gonna avoid the treadmill, and and I'm gonna stitch on some good Halloween stuff. If you join me, tag me on Instagram. And other than that, I will see you next Sunday after my Disney run, or Run Disney, and I'll be sitting right here with my sister, right here by my side, and we'll give you all the scoops. So anyways, I'm always so blessed to gather here with you guys. I thank you for sharing your time with me and your Sunday, and I will see you next Sunday. Now, don't forget, make sure you stay to the end to find the giveaway. If you can stay to the end, and you will find the link and information that you need about the Special Olympics. There is a section, if you'd like to donate in honor of Philip, that you can put that message in there. So, you know, anyways, stay tuned till the very end so that you see everything. Congratulations to the giveaway winner of the Twin Peaks kit. And as always, don't forget to floss. Bye, friends.